In today's video, we're going to be talking about babies in the garden. Baby vegetables, that is. Hi, I'm Robin. Welcome to Robin's Container Garden. Now, you've joined me around the back of the house today. Now, I say the back of the house. This is actually the north side of the house. I have several different things growing around this side, and it looks a little bit counterproductive because at the moment it's in shade. This is Friday the 1st of July, and we have two courgettes. This one is an ambassador courgette. The one on the far end is Striato d'Italia. I know I've pronounced that wrong. That one I just planted out a couple days ago. It's been sitting in the greenhouse for a few days. I've also got some cherry tomatoes around here. I'm just trying to see how they're going to do. These are the cherry falls. They are the bush tomatoes. The other ones around the actual back of the house on the west side. I've also got some peas that are finally coming up, that they're going to hopefully grow up. They're dwarf peas, so they should be fine. And then I've got two containers of lettuce back here. These are all kind of shade appreciating plants, so I don't have to worry about too much sun, but they do get sun at different points of the day. So they'll be fine around here. They're growing, they're doing really well. We have baby tomato, the first one that I've seen today. We also have some baby courgettes and a few other babies. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to go around and I'm going to show you all the babies that we have and talk about that. So let's get on with it. But I just wanted to show you, this is crazy. This is my compost heap. This is the one that we'll be using next year. But we had some bad winds, as you guys know, and one of my poppies fell over in the front. So instead of just letting it suffer, I went ahead and cut it down and brought it back here a few days ago. And this morning I came out with the dog to find this beautiful poppy has opened anyway. How gorgeous is that? We're going to start around here in the big veg bed. We'll finish around the back of the house in the container garden. We have flowers on the French beans, which I'm so excited about. I cannot wait. I love these things. But I wanted to show you real quick these beautiful flowers. Cosmos and dahlia. This yellow dahlia almost glows. I don't know if you can really tell how bright it is in the sunshine, but it is almost glowing. It's just beautiful, and I'm so happy that I planted it there because the bees are going crazy for it. Not right now, but they're also going crazy for these beautiful cosmos. Look at that. How beautiful is that cosmos? I just think it's gorgeous. Anyway, we're talking about babies. So I found, this is my first season growing broad beans. And what I found is that not only are the broad bean flowers absolutely stunningly beautiful. I mean, here's an example for you right here. Absolutely gorgeous things. They're just so pretty. But they also have to be pollinated. Now, this is kind of what happens when the bean isn't pollinated. You have these little crusty things, and they don't need to be on there. That's actually, there's nothing underneath there. That's empty. But here is a baby bean. Right here. This is a baby bean. And like I said, this is, you guys know this is my first season, but I got, oh wait. Oh, how do I show him to you? Where is he? On here. Oh man, I hate filming with this phone because you can't really actually, oh, there he is. Oh, and he's gone. Now I gotta find him again. Bee loving flowers that I just love. They've got bees around here. They just love these flowers. So they're doing their job. They're going to get pollinated, these ones. So hopefully they'll be better. We do have some, I actually went through here yesterday and got rid of some of them, but we do have some, hoping that this actually, you can actually see it. But this is another baby bean. So we're definitely gonna have some beans. Did get some pollination. I think part of it is the winds that we've had, the really bad winds that we've had has kind of kept these from getting pollinated like they should be. I actually see here one of my burlati beans has decided to climb up this beanstalk. So, okay, I'm gonna let it do its thing. The burlati beans haven't actually started flowering yet, but they are not too far off. They're still climbing and still leafing. The leaves on these are absolutely gorgeous. I just love them. They're so pretty. I see some weeds that I need to get. Let's see, do we have, yeah, we've got some baby beans down here as well. There's some baby beans on the grano violettos. Those other ones were the masterpiece green. We've got some baby beans here. So, baby beans everywhere. It's going to be very interesting to be able to pull them off when they get to be full size. I'm hoping that I can really see them well, because they're hiding very well right now. They're kind of camouflaged. So, and I'm having to tie these babies up. I say babies, they're huge. This one is almost as tall as me, which isn't saying much, but it's almost as tall as me. The grano violetto are not growing quite as much, but they are still flowering as much as the masterpiece greens are. So there's my baby beans. This is my pumpkin arch. The pumpkins are still growing, but they haven't got big enough to tie in yet, and they're not climbing. So I'm concentrating at the moment on what I've got growing in the containers around here. And one of the things that I've got growing in the containers around here are cucumbers. And look, we have a baby cucumber. This is going to be a problem focusing. There's baby cucumber here. And there's one around the side. Try to get out of the shade there. There's one around the side that is flowering. So I have tied him in because he's getting a bit tall. I've tied him in a little bit, and I'm hoping that some of these runners that they're putting out, you can see these runners here, there, right there, are going to reach out to the wire and start to climb up that way, and then we should have cucumbers up and down here. I'm also going to show you this cucumber over here, and he's got a flower as well, and he's got babies. I think they're absolutely adorable. They're so cute. And it just warms my heart that they are actually growing, and that I grew these cucumbers from seed. And I know everybody does that, but this is so cool. I mean, I just love this. This cucumber over here, he's not flowering. He's not flowering. He's not growing as many babies, but he does have a baby. Ugh. Can you see his baby there? His baby's right there. So he's got a baby, and I've not tied him in because he's leaning this way, and he's not tall enough quite yet, but he's not far behind. Now this morning I came out, and this is my Cherry Falls bush tomato. So it's a determinate tomato, so it's not going to get hugely tall. I don't know how tall it's going to get. We're going to have to wait and see. But I found my very first baby tomato of the season today. Look at there, baby tomato. Don't you love a baby tomato? Because you know that's going to be a delicious part of a meal at some point. And it's just laden with flowers. There's tons of flowers on it. So there's probably some more baby tomatoes kind of hiding in there, but that's the first one I've seen. And here we have, first time I've ever grown a courgette in a container. This is the Ambassador. He'll have green courgettes. The other courgette will have striped ones. But as you can see, we already have baby courgettes, or zucchini, depending on what country you live in. And I'm also seeing can't see that from there. I'm also seeing some male flowers starting to come out. So I'm hoping by the time these babies, there's one there, and I thought I saw another one somewhere. I thought I saw another baby one, but there's loads of male flowers on here. So I'm hoping that by the time these courgettes open, the flowers open, that that these male flowers will be open as well, and they'll get pollinated. So I'm like super excited about that because I love courgettes. Now, I'm not going to pull any of these up, but I know that there are baby carrots under there. These carrots have just really done well. They're growing crazy. So I know that they are doing their thing. The only thing I'm maybe a little bit concerned about are maybe the spring onions that are in here, because I'm not sure they're getting enough light because they're in a container. There's a hoverfly right next to me. Because they're in a container, I don't know that they're going to get enough of what they need to grow. But if they don't, I'll just put another container of just spring onions and see how we get, because I love spring onions. This is a baby chili. Now we have some bigger chilies on here. We've got a nice sized one down here. You can see that. But this one is still putting on babies. So, oh gosh, I'm a rubbish at filming on this mobile. But this is a lovely little baby chili. This is a little baby bell pepper. It's one of the Italian bell peppers. There's another one next to it that's not too huge, but these ones are getting big as well. Let's see, where's that giant one? So these are really growing. They're doing really well. But we've got another baby right here. So this one's still putting on babies. This is the sun gold, and although we don't have any visible babies, we've got loads of flowers and they're open. And this one looks like it's about ready to go away, but I'm gonna leave it alone and let it do its thing naturally. This one too looks a bit ready to fall off. But I come and do the little tappy taps on it to get it to pollinate. That one next to it has also got some open flowers, but all of the tomato plants that I put out, there's 11 all together. All of the tomato plants have got flowers except for the Arkansas Traveler. But remember, he was planted a little bit later, so he doesn't have flowers yet. But I see just the very beginnings of some little flower buds. So it won't be long before he'll be putting flowers on too. So we've got, that corn is crazy. But we've got flowers coming along, and my lovely black bell peppers, I have no idea, right here, I have no idea why they're black, but they're still fine, they're firm, so we'll see what happens. Those are not putting babies on at the moment, and I don't know if they will. I'm not going to really bother myself about it because I've got so much else going on back here, so we're just going to have to go from there. So now you've seen the babies. It's always a joy when you start seeing the actual fruit of your labor when you're in your garden, and you know that it's not going to be long before you're going to be able to enjoy the things that the plants that you've nurtured from seed, most of them. All of my vegetables this year are from seed. The only things I'm not growing from seed are a few flowers, but the things that we've nurtured from seed that are going to feed us, that's just pretty incredible, I think. We've been eating a lot of lettuce and some spinach, and of course, you know about the potatoes, the sad little potatoes that we had. But we are actually starting to eat from the garden, which is fantastic, and I'm really happy to be able to share that with you guys. But I want to find out what's going on in your garden. I know there's a lot of you that are ahead of me because you had things planted earlier in the ground. You had a earlier frost, that last frost date than I did, and also I'd just love to find out what's your favorite thing in the garden you're growing this year. I'm looking forward to so many different things because we've got so many new things in the garden this year. So as we go on, I'll be expressing that joy with you, and we'll just kind of see how everything turns out. I'm really hoping to be able to do an update on the Grow a Recipe with Me, and I'll put a link to that video up here. We are starting to get the chilies coming off. We've actually harvested a few of our chilies, and we are, now that we're having tomatoes starting to blossom, finally, we should be able to do our salsa pretty soon. And I've also got some, as you saw, I've got some cucumbers, some baby cucumbers as well. So we'll be able to do the pickled cucumbers before, I'm hoping before August. Fingers crossed, I'm hoping we can get some of this stuff done this month since we're now in July. That's all I really have time for you this week. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Bye y'all.